The best tip I could give you is to be active. So many people say what they want to do, and they love words. Put actions into your words. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is one of the most successful stand-up comedians on the planet. And not just that, he's a business owner, he's a TV show producer, he's a movie director, he's a movie actor. I mean, my goodness, the list of accomplishments is enormous, which is exactly why in this week's episode of MasterTalk, we're going to be covering how to present like the incredibly talented Kevin Hart. So let's try to be a little bit funnier. Number one, trying different communication styles makes you better at all of them at the same time. What I find unique about Kevin Hart's style is how versatile he is. He's great on podcasts, whether it's hosting or guesting. He's incredible at stand-up, but he's also great at acting and giving speeches. And he's been doing all of these communication styles for decades. And what happens is when you refine one area of communication, it starts to trickle down into the other styles of how you communicate and convey ideas. If you start your career in stand-up comedy like Kevin Hart has, it's really difficult because you only got a mic and you have to make people laugh. Your timing needs to be perfect. The jokes, your crowd work needs to be really good. So as Kevin is refining that style of his communication, that slowly trickles over into other areas of comms, like small talk. When he's meeting somebody new, it's really easy for him to be funny while he's talking to a stranger for the first time. Or when he's guesting on a podcast, he's really articulate. Or when he's writing a book or producing an audiobook like he did recently, he's really good at articulating the value of what he's sharing to his audiences. So what's the advice for all of us? Start with one style. Don't be impatient by comparing yourself to somebody like Kevin Hart. Instead, realize that he is the result of multiple decades of hard work, of trying different styles of communication. So for you, it's starting with one that you're not comfortable with. Something easy. It doesn't have to be stand-up comedy. It could be, I'm scared of posting videos. Let me send 2 or 3 to people that I love just privately to wish them a wonderful day or when it's their birthday. Or if we don't like vocal projection and we're really quiet, we can practice karaoke a little bit. It's just a few tricks and ideas of how to slowly push ourselves outside of the comfort zone and get the results that we're looking for, like Kevin's communication style. Number 2, the better you understand the tools that you're given in communication, the better your work becomes. What I love about Kevin Hart is that he owns his personality. Whether he's a guest on a podcast, whether he's sharing very serious ideas of how to be a better person and on work ethic, or whether he's telling jokes, he's always the same guy. You'll find him on a podcast cracking jokes every 2 minutes, making funny comments about something completely random that has nothing to do with the conversation. Yet, it still works. Why is that? Because Kevin knows what he's good at and what he isn't. He isn't the type of person who's going to throw 10 statistics in your face. That's not his style of communication. But the point is that he took the time to reflect on what his communication superpowers are, and he started leveraging them. But in the same way that Kevin Hart has superpowers, so do you. Because there's only one version of him. There's only one version of me. But more importantly, there's only one version of you who's listening to this video. So I want you to reflect on the same idea. Kevin's really good at sarcasm. He's really good at comedy. He's really good at vocal tone projection and thinking on his feet. What about you? Take some time and reflect on what are the 3 to 4 tools that you feel you're really good at than most people. And those are the tools that you want to spend more time focusing on. Like for me, I'm not a numbers guy. You'll never see me throw statistics and numbers at you. I use anecdotes. I love personal stories. I like being slightly funny, but I'm not as funny as Kevin Hart is, but I know where my strengths lie, and I triple down on that. And I encourage you to do the same so that you can bring your communication style to the world. And finally, number 3, communication is a lifelong journey, so enjoy every single step along the way. A lot of us underappreciate Kevin Hart's work ethic. We look at him and his sold out stadiums and tens of thousands of people screaming his name at Madison Square Garden, yet we don't pay attention to little Kevin Hart. The little Hart who started his career in stand-up comedy when nobody knew who he was. He definitely wasn't an overnight success. It took him decades, not years, decades to get to this level, where you can find him in small clubs and bars making hundreds of mistakes in the form of bad jokes, terrible delivery, and awful timing. Yet, he still persevered because he saw communication as a lifelong journey, not something that you just spend a few months working on, but rather enjoying the person that he's becoming, so that he arrives at the destination that he wants to get to. And that's really the message for all of you. Savor the journey. Don't just look at Kevin Hart for where he is today. Focus more importantly on where he started. And of course, where you're starting in your communication journey. So take those first steps to get to the level that you want to be in your speaking. As Kevin Hart says so well, put actions into your words. Kevin's lifelong journey to becoming a world-class entertainer and performer was not overnight. It took time. It took decades to build up that skill set. But the key word here is action. So I encourage all of you to really take the time and take that action. Start that YouTube channel, make those videos, give that speech, because you never know where your journey might lead you. As always, if you enjoyed this week's episode of MasterTalk, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well to see more videos like this. And I do free communication workshops over Zoom. I'd love to see you there. And the link to subscribe and register is in the description below. I can't wait to see you there. And of course, if you know one person who loves Kevin Hart, be sure to send them this video so that they'll be one step closer to laughing at their own pain just a little bit. See you next time.